welcome to the Spiritual Counseling TV network. My name is Christie Ramirez and I'm your soul coach. Welcome to this week's therapy session. For this week's therapy session, we're going to be learning about recovering from relationship trauma, because I know that this is a lot of what stands in the way and actually sabotages healthy partnerships. And this goes with the motivational speech of this week, how to find the one. Well, one of the steps was that you must have recovered from relationship traumas. So remember that traumas don't necessarily have to be overly traumatic or, the classic PTSD, but believe it or not, that this can be a PTSD-like symptom when it comes to past relationship failures. So I want to teach you all what I would counsel my clients and what I would tell them on how to recover from these past relationship failures, because first of all, that doesn't determine your future. And we need to remember that all of the relationships that we've had are learning lessons and even stepping stones towards that one that we're seeking. So we need to be able to shift our perspective and retell that story, because whatever story that you've been telling yourself is not serving you, especially if you put the blame on yourself, because it's never your fault. Either it's both partners' faults, or that other person had an individual issue, or maybe it was you that had to heal individually. It can go either way. But the point is, it's not about blaming, it's about becoming aware of what is it that needs to be healed and then taking that action, right? Because ultimately, we don't want to stay in this place that is unhappy and miserable. We all want to experience love, and we all want to experience a high vibrational, healthy love life. So this is the step that we're going to be learning today, recovering from relationship trauma. So I'm actually going to be bringing in cognitive tools to help us, because this goes deep into the brain now. In order to recover from these relationship traumas, sometimes it's not even enough to say, oh, just move on. Like, that's the classic advice that you will get from a friend, right? But no wonder it doesn't work 90% of the time, or even 100% of the time, because either one, you revert back to getting in that space where you were feeling depressed or low self-esteem, or you continue to attract the same partner or kind of partner for approval, because maybe you wanted to just get that approval that it wasn't you, right? And I know that many of you've been there when a relationship has ended and perhaps you didn't know why that partner wanted to leave, or perhaps that partner mistreated you. You want to now seek that same kind of person to prove yourself right and prove that other person wrong, that it wasn't you. But many of the times, actually it is us. It's just something minor that we need to grow up and mature out of. Or it was that person who had a bullying issue or who had childhood traumas as well, not putting it into the relationship. So it can go a lot of different ways, and I don't want you to take it personally and to heart, because trust me that will sabotage your love life. And we all want a nice romantic life, right? So in order to retell the story, we need to be able to look back to that situation and be honest ourselves. What were the emotions that we were feeling in that scenario? Did we feel unwanted? Did we feel not enough, unworthy? And then we need to take those emotions and retell the story. For example, you, instead of saying to yourself, that person left me because, or that person mistreated me because I wasn't good enough, so they were punishing me because I wasn't good enough. Versus when someone retells a story, they can shift that to, I don't feel unheard, right? Because that person would feel hurt and disrespected if that were the case. But then they could shift the story and tell themselves, I feel sorry for the other person because they felt so bad about themselves that they had to take it out on me. Now you see how dramatically and drastically different that story is, yet it's the same scenario. And that's just a little sneak peek as to what we're going to go deep into today. But it goes deep into the psyche. It's not enough sometimes to just even tell yourself, okay, I want to move on, let me just move on. And believe it or not, the people who actually do that and just deny that either there's an issue or just say, oh, don't worry about it, I already moved on, Either A, they're actually soft inside and they're still taking it to heart, but not wanting to express it, right? This is the fake hardness that people portray on the outside. And they're really not healing from it. Because inside, these emotional hoarding that's taking place and not wanting to be looked at actually can manifest as something greater in the future. So we want to prevent that, and we want to actually be honest with ourselves. Be honest if it hurt you. It's okay, there's no shame. But the solution here is to retell that story and not continue to just leave it there hidden in that chest box within, in your heart, without being looked at and letting it go dusty, right? Like things that you put in your attic and never looking at it or cleaning it up. You want to look into your attic of your heart and you want to clean it up so that you can now truly say that there's nothing standing in the way of a high vibrational romantic relationship entering your life. And that is my purpose as a soul coach. I really want to help you to transcend all of these past failures and traumas so that you can now be able to experience your best life. My name is Christie Ramirez, and I'm your soul coach. I have a master's in marriage and family therapy. I'm a psychology expert and I have over 10 plus years working with clients. And finally, I'm here in my own office, my own private practice, doing my soul coaching. And I truly love this job. And I do it from the bottom of my heart. And if you want to book a personal session because you feel that perhaps this is not enough, definitely do. I am available for personal sessions, soul coaching. You can take a look on my website, christieramirez.com/booking. So let's get started then with today's therapy session. Take a notebook, make sure that you write notes, do the homework that I recommend for you, just as I would in a personal session. Imagine that we are in a personal session and I'm talking to you directly. Because that is my goal with these therapy sessions, to get to a lot of people in just this one video, and that's the purpose behind the Spiritual Counseling TV network. So please like, share, and subscribe this network and encourage others if they need help to really become a member, because there's so much exclusive content that's going to help you that maybe you might not even need a personal soul coaching session. Okay, so let's get started then.